Welcome to Beyond Profile. Today is May 1st and the start to a new month. Yesterday we came all the way down to our 89.75 to the tick into that single area from Thursday's wide range candle up. The profile was very thin in there, so we've got the back test of that area now. Like I said, right to the tick. Actually closed back above the point of control for the day of 92.50s for the ES market. Clean, 2-day pullback so far. Tomorrow. Well, today being May 1st, where do we go with this? Do we come down? Obviously the monthly point of control for April is going to be at 82.75 here. If you look at the chart, March versus April, March in the red represents where value was being accepted, and for April, look at where value is being accepted. So we're actually closing outside of value for the month of April in the S&P, which is kind of interesting. So when we start, trading. First day of May here, where are we going to go? We've kind of got the high volume areas here from March to really stop this move, and will it stop it to the downside here for the month of April? Both of these point of controls, like I said, just a little bit lower though, so value acceptance a little bit lower than the prior month coming into May. Obviously, we have some gaps down below us, but I think the focus for this point for this week would be the 82.75s. For whatever reason, if we didn't hold today's this low down here at 90s and we started to break below that 89.75, that this would be the first focal point we could really start looking at, because that would launch some sort of a bounce off of that. So do we get a turnaround Tuesday today, or do we keep coming in? Anything up over yesterday's highs at 97 will trigger a lot of buy algo systems to come in and buy, because they'll have a clean, V pivot reversal, pullback, shallow pullback, 50% retracement of the wide range candle, and then take off. And then 1408.50s would be our target objective, right up into that technical gap fill on that bar that's up here from left over from, what is that, March 9th? There's March 13th or so. Okay, March, it's actually April, isn't it? That's April 3rd. So anyway, we'll see where we're at. And again, looking at this level, I've kind of had, I told the room yesterday morning my thoughts on where we go this week would be 1382.50s or 1408s. That's kind of the range I'm looking for us to stay in, at least up until Friday. Once the job number comes out, then it's a free-for-all. Maybe, if it's a good number, we could be even trading up over these prior highs from March at 1417 area, or we could break down. And again, there's a lot of air once you start getting back below this 1382 number, because it's gap fill, material down over in this area, and again, a lot of imbalanced states. So if the point of control, which is your anchor point for the month of April, doesn't hold you, then start looking at the next highest volume accepted area, which would put us way down in here. So there's some room to the downside if the market wants to break. And again, Spain's now in the headlines, and what other European country may come into view here that would cause us to maybe see a little bit more selling pressure in the next day or so. Again, the market could get a little whippy. Last week we had 4 days up, red candle on Friday, but even though it did close at a higher high, because the close from Thursday was at 97s, and then we closed on Friday at 98s. 98 3/4. So it was still a higher high. Really today, Monday being the first pullback, and now Tuesday, what are we going to have? We're going to have another down day. You can see again the bottoming tails would be suggestive of buyers stepping in, obviously, but I think the thing here is we hit it right to the tick. The single prints left over from Thursday, that's been taken care of. Now what is the question mark? All right, folks, have a good trading day, and we'll see you in the room.